Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to this edition of The Studio. Today I'm interviewing Gugu Sidaki, somebody who's very, very involved at the FPI over the years that I've met you. And apologies for this, but as she walked in, I said she looks fantastic. She's lost a lot of weight, so I want to know what she's doing. She's hiking, so I'm going to start hiking from this weekend, if that's okay with you. You need to share all your hiking places, but you look marvelous. So welcome at the FPI studio. So tell me a little bit about you. You've been very involved at the FPI. She's also the incoming chair of YFPO. So what is YFPO? It's the Young Financial Planner Organization at the FPI. So she is the incoming chair of YFPO as well. But now that I've told you a little bit from an FPI point of view, Gugu, who are you and how are you?
Hello, Lelane.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Always good.
Awesome. Well, work-wise, I'm a planner. Been doing this for almost 2 decades now, so time is ticking.
Certified financial
Certified financial planner. I'm a mommy.
Awesome.
I'm a wife. I'm a hiker.
Yep.
This started in December last year, but I've taken it seriously over the last 8 months, and I'm absolutely loving it. And it doesn't feel like exercise, so now I can comfortably say to people that I exercise, and I love it.
Clear your mind a bit, eh?
I absolutely love it. I'm an art lover.
Yep.
So love music, love the creative arts, love drawing, painting, and things like that, and just generally a people lover.
I remember one of our first conversations at a Women in Finance session. The one day we really connected, and I just said, you know what, because I was looking at one of the online meetings we had, and she had a lot of Ndebele art behind her. And we also started talking about art because I'm also an art lover myself, do a few old paintings in between when there's time. And then I discovered we both like to play piano. So we really connected from a music lover, art lover point of view, but also the passion for the profession. So you said you're a certified financial planner. Tell me a little bit about your journey in becoming a CFP professional of the FPI.
It was completely by accident. I think that's the case with a lot of financial planners my age and older. Yes. I had a great boss at the time who saw potential in me. I'm going to say her name, Sunel Feldman.
Sunel Feldman?
Yes. I promise you she's changed my life. I think had she not nudged me in this direction, I probably wouldn't have. I was a stockbroker at the time, and she suggested that I join her wealth management team.
Amazing.
And then from there, it was a requirement to do my CFP, and that's how I've done it, and I haven't looked back.
That's fantastic. So as a young certified financial planner and the chair of YFPO, what does it mean, and what is your message to
the members of the Young Financial Planner Organization at the FPI?
I want to encourage all young financial planners under the age of 45, all those who haven't done their PCEs yet, all those who are thinking about joining our beautiful industry profession, and those who are working, especially those who are working in our profession. I'd like to say, because this is a message I think I needed to hear when I was a young advisor starting out, that you are absolutely in the right profession. It may not feel like it in the beginning, because it doesn't in the beginning when you're starting out, because selling is hard. Selling to people in retirement when you're 25 is hard. You know.
What do you know about retirement?
What do you know?
25?
What do you know? You know, all you have is your academic background, but that's about it. And the unfortunate thing with our profession is that you have to, it's skin in the game. That's the only way to get better. And in the beginning, it's the worst, absolute worst time ever to be a young financial planner, but it gets better, and it gets really, really better. I'm not saying it gets easier, but it definitely gets better, and you learn to love the job, and it loves you back because you get to see the impact that you have on all the people that you interact with.
That's it. If you and just as you started talking about becoming a CFP professional, it took me down a memory lane as well, and it is tough in the beginning, but it really matters having that mentor that's looking after you. And if you look at YFPO, I mean, YFPO is a community and a committee that we started at the FPI. So we have the YFPO committee that is made up of certified financial planner professionals in good standing of the FPI. And everybody's below the age of 45 bar me, but I've got special invitation.
Now, all of us.
I'm over that 45 line, but I still attend YFPO, and it's normally on a Friday afternoon, the committee meetings. And I leave so revitalized after those meetings because I'm so excited about the plans and what you're doing at YFPO. If you've missed what we've done at YFPO, go to our website at www.fpi.co.za, go to the top at the General tab and scoot over to the studio. This is where we do all these beautiful recordings. And in the studio on our website, there's already a lot of recordings. I mean, there's a few recordings of yourself. She has interviewed Craig Gradich from Gradich Mahura Investments, just, sharing his story of what his road was in becoming a CFP professional. And we have all sorts of interviews for the YFPO community. And there's also a community that you can join. If you're not aware of the community, you're welcome to reach out to Adele White or to myself or to FPI membership to find out more about YFPO. Now, that was YFPO and a little bit about you, and just how, I am personally inspired by your story, by her being a mom and everything else that she does, plus a planner, plus everything that happens in your life. And now that we are on Women's Month, I'm not sure if you know, but the theme at the FPI for this month is nurturing the future. Because as females, as mommies, as women, we do nurture the future. So on a personal level, what does nurturing the future mean for you?
I think it's exactly that, Lelane. It's almost like looking after an individual or a baby that can't look after itself in a way. We're caretakers and custodians of people's personal finances, which is a very big responsibility. And if we don't do it justice, we really have a potential to ruin people's lives. So much like looking after a young baby. So we have a responsibility of trust, a responsibility of duty, a responsibility of commitment, training, support, all of that, just like looking after a baby. And not to infantize our clients in any way, because we deal with people from all walks of life, highly educated, highly skilled, individuals who are doing really, really great things for themselves, but they need a little bit of help when it comes to matters of personal finance, and that's where we step in. And that's how I see our role as nurturers in the area of personal finance, just to help them along, to be that voice in the background, cheering them on, supporting them, and getting them to a place that they've defined for themselves, in a way that's constructive, in a way that we sort of can map out the control and help them to get to.
And then maybe a bit of a controversial question, and apologies in advance to the audience and to yourself maybe. It's just, there's these rumors or the stigmatism that as females, because we like nurturing and we like to look after everybody, we look after money, that we are conservative of nature and that we don't like taking risk when it comes to investments. So do you think that there is a difference between maybe male and female investors, and are we actually a lot more conservative, or how would you respond to that? How do you work with specifically your female clients when it comes to investments?
I think it's okay for us to admit that we're different. I mean, as a woman, I don't want to compare I don't want to compare to my male counterparts. I don't want to compare to my husband. We have different qualities. We have different things that we bring to the table. And naturally, we would view things differently, and naturally would view investments differently. But I think the issue is that women have been, pushed to the sidelines. Because there's a perception that we're risk averse, and therefore all we're good for is money market funds, and we're left at that. And nothing could be further from the truth. We do a lot of work around women in our practice. And so I always go down that rabbit hole with a lot of research. There's so much information now, luckily, around women and investing and our perceptions and things like that, and our behavior when it comes to investing in money. And there's a term that I always share whenever I'm doing financial literacy training with people, is that women are not necessarily risk averse. We are risk aware.
Now that's
really, really different. Those are two fundamentally different concepts that I think we need to be comfortable with. Risk aversion is I don't want to take risk because I'm too scared. Risk awareness is I just want to know what I'm dealing with. Explain it to me properly so that I know what I'm getting myself into, and then I might do it. There's a very, very different ways of approaching investments. And I've noticed that, as I said, we deal quite a lot with women in our practice. And once you've gotten them over that line, once they're comfortable, they have all the information that they need, you've empowered them. That's right. It's so easy. And in fact, women are the most compliant clients that we have, right? Because once you've educated them about all of those things, they become the best kind of clients. They are not to say that our male clients aren't, but I think it's a disservice that we're doing to women to call women risk averse versus risk aware.
And that is the point that I wanted to address today. And thank you so much for responding to it the way you did. And what I also liked about what you said, wouldn't the world be a boring place if everybody is the same? So we do need those different types of personalities. When you've been married for years, I mean, I've been together with my husband for almost 30 years, and we are like chalk and cheese. But that's why we get along. Yes. We have interesting debate around where do we invest our money. And if we both agreed 100% on everything always, I don't think there would have been the growth in our relationship that we've seen. So it's okay to be different, and it's okay to have difference of opinions. So thank you very much for addressing that conversation, because, in a few of the conversations I had of late, that, seems to just constantly come up. And thank you for responding to that. And then, again, it's such a privilege to have you with us today. And maybe in closing, if it is Women's Month, and we are celebrating, being the nurturers of our families in the financial planning practices, in your business, everything that we do in life is we are natural caregivers and caretakers. So what is your message for the women during Women's Month? Maybe in closing from your side, Gugu.
Yeah. Our profession is still quite male-dominated for a number of reasons. And I'd just like to encourage the young potential financial planners out there about, actively and consciously pursuing financial planning as a career, because I think women, we are as you said, we are nurturers by nature. And we just alluded to the fact that our industry does a lot of that for our clients. And I found that women tend to do so much better, so well in this profession as natural nurturers in their support and their assistance of clients achieve their financial goals. So don't shy away from this industry because of the statistics and the demographics that you're seeing at the moment. There's a lot of work that's happening in the background to change what we're seeing at the moment, to encourage a more diverse financial planning profession. And we want every single lady out there, young lady out there, to consider this as a viable career for themselves. And it's incredibly rewarding, especially for women.
I'm so glad to hear that, and I agree with you. It is a magnificent profession to be part of, because we have an opportunity to take care of not just people's money, but also take care of them through really understanding the psychology of financial planning, but also through mentoring and coaching. And then with that, again, thank you so much, Gugu, for making time for us today to come and visit us. And we look forward in inviting you back to the studio to especially talk about the Young Financial Planner Organization. With that, we wish you a blessed Women's Month. Goodbye, everyone.